people who experience homelessness street involved? And what does that mean to be street involved?
I think that term kind of denotes a deeper engagement with street activities like panning, squeegeeing, kind of living rough, sleeping outdoors, sleeping in tents, sleeping in encampments, sleeping in in alleyways. So a real kind of proximity to kind of like that notion of street existence. One step kind of away from that is kind of living in the shelter world. It has been, one of the core responses to youth homelessness has been the, youth shelters and adult shelters. Some of my research has really highlighted the strengths and limitations of youth shelters, and a lot of the young people that live in the shelters are also still connected to kind of street living, and street living is about survival. So you have a lot of ways in which you navigate and negotiate your day to day on the streets with uh, others on the streets or folks that you come in contact with that aren't on the streets, police, healthcare workers, other social service environments, social workers. And so all that kind of negotiation and navigation to kind of figure out your sense of self and survival is kind of considered kind of like, street living. Um, Folks that, I mean, you don't have, like, you could be homeless, you could be living, and we see this much more in rural communities and in rural environments. You could be couch surfing, meaning that you're staying with other individuals. It tends to be very precarious. And we saw this actually. I have a study on COVID and homelessness right now, and in a rural area of Cape Breton, we see a lot more couch surfing, and it's couch surfing. You know, I was promised I could stay a month, but just because everybody's so scared around the virus that I stayed only 4 days and then they asked me to leave. So there's a lot of kind of movement and precarity to stability there. So you could be couch surfing. You could be lucky enough that there's rapid rehousing programs where that you've left your family, or you've left a you've left a stable environment. It may not be safe for you, but at least a stable living environment. And then you're rapidly rehoused in a few days, so you don't have that engagement to the street world. You can be in a more stable environment over in a few days, and that I think has become a bit of the traction and mantra of preventive work, is to not get people out of the streets. Don't even have them you know step foot on the streets. Get them into safe spaces so that they can avoid some of the deep trauma of street living.